Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the next exciting chapter of Dreams of Infinity. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and magic keeper, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Ashleyien, Hana, John, Kira, and Los. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built the tokens for this evening's game. You can build yours today at HeroForge.com. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite picture as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Last but not least, the next Monday, which is April the 8th, Random Rhapsody is actually going to be off for that day. We are going to be doing a special eclipse party, kinda, and so we're all going to be out of town, and so I'm going to be running a rerun of one of our classic random one-shots. Now, you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And yes, all of my cast are really good at saying, hi, everybody, as they sit here and keep bugging me in chat about. So join us as we return to Loroupian City and continue on with the Magi-Knights as they investigate the Dreams of Infinity. Howdy, everybody, we are back. And, you should all know by now how we do our recaps. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for one free reroll during the session. Whoever does that recap gets the coin, and that includes me. And I have a really fun bunch of things that I can do. I really want to do that. Nobody wants me to do that. Sad for me, great for them, so I always offer up the coin. With that in mind, who wants to do it this week?
Hi. This was not preconceived.
No, not at all. So, Star Seeker, tell us what happened last time on Dreams of Infinity.
After reuniting at the end of our investigation, yes, I gave Melody and Kat a big hug since I couldn't back them up in the basement. We rushed to the graveyard to make sure the ghost hunting club didn't get in any trouble. Zooming down the street, passing cops, we were a team on a mission, fully united, and we got there in pretty good time. After some trouble getting over the fence, sorry about your blanket, Nova Seeker, and all the blood. We managed to see cultists doing some dark ritual on the Ghost Hunter Club and quickly transformed into action, deciding that a plan would just fail as soon as we implement it. The fight was finally starting to go well for us out the gate. We were being victorious. But suddenly, hidden outsiders attacked, and the horror of their sight began to overwhelm the party. I managed to snap Kat out of it with heartfelt speech. Hopefully she can get in range and save the Ghost Hunter Club while the rest of us take care of these outsiders. Am I really cut out to be this team's leader? No. Have to believe in the love for my friends. Believe in myself. I will make sure no one else suffers David's fate. It's time for the Magi-Knights to turn the tide of battle back in our favor. So don't turn that dial.
Love it. Well done. Here you go. Here's that random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It only lasts this session.
I will.
Okay. Well, Magi-Knights. We're starting things off right where we left off, at the top of the turn order. Or actually, technically, we were at the bottom of the turn order when we ended things. Soul, Blossom, and Nova Seeker are all frozen in place, horrified by the sight of these newly appeared spectral outsiders. And, to make matters worse, Soul Seeker has been grappled by one of those outsiders a little way ahead of the rest of you. Furthermore, the 5 members of the Ghost Hunter Club have been captured by those cultists, and the cultists have summoned a large glowing barrier of magic around them. Unfortunately for our heroes, when a Magi-Knight becomes horrified, they are moved down to the bottom of turn order. So our initiative tracker has been adjusted to reflect the new order. It's a little weird, but it's all figured out. Don't worry about it. We'll just keep going. So, here's where we left things off. It was the Ghost Hunting Club's turn. And so I will say that for those of you who are actually able to see them right now, you are able to see that the 5 of them begin to rise up off of the ground and float about a foot or 2 off of the ground. The energy sigil surrounding them begins to glow brighter as this happens, pulsing and thrumming with power that crackles around them menacingly. Now, with that being their turn, we come back to the top of the turn order, and now everything is adjusted and where it should be. We're starting things off with Skyseeker. Sky, you are standing between 2 rows of tombstones.
Yep.
Right down here. I gotta move on the map to show where you are.
I'm going to be moving, so.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna pull out the map for you a little bit. There we go. Now everybody can see what's going on. So you are, like I said, standing between 2 rows of tombstones. Ahead of you are your friends, 2 of whom are in melee and grappled by the outsiders, while 2 more remain behind you, their eyes transfixed on the horrible creatures that are in front of you. So, with that in mind, Skyseeker, what do you want to do?
First thing I'm going to do is move up to 30 feet. 30. Am I able to use my bonus action to try to do, I forget what it was to help them get out of horror, use the leadership skill to try to get Melody out of horror?
You can certainly try. So here's how that works. On your bonus action, another Magi-Knight can make a leadership skill check. The DC is 16. On a success, they replace the horrified condition affecting that Magi-Knight with the distress condition. So who are you calling out to, Skyseeker?
Melody, since she seems to be in the most peril at the moment of the group.
Okay.
Totally helpless next to an outsider and restrained.
Absolutely.
So I will like, Melody, you can do it. You're the closest to the Ghost Hunter Club. I will try. My leadership's not that great, but I will try. 13.
Oof.
Not quite enough.
Not quite enough. You call out saying this, but in that moment, just seeing your friend grappled by that creature, you hesitate a little bit, and your voice kind of cracks and falters, and unfortunately, Soulseeker is not able to hear you.
Not very convincing. I will, I believe Kira posted a new thing that we can use, so I will use the, I have many things open, the extend, to extend the range of my beam spell.
Okay. So
to try.
You are going to be taking 1 point of exhaustion to do this. So go ahead and add that point of exhaustion to you.
I already did.
Okay. Are you just at 1 point of exhaustion right now?
Yep, I didn't have any.
Perfect. So that will extend the range of your spell out to double what it currently is. Or what it normally is.
So I will attack the cultist that's holding the Ghost Hunter's prisoner.
Okay.
So,
Yep, they
Sorry.
are within range.
barely, but I can do it. He's 14.
14 just hits.
27 air damage.
Ouch! Big hit. You summon up this big bolt of energy. Yeah. 3 8s. That is incredible.
Wow, max damage.
Yeah, maximum damage on that. So here's what happens. You just summon this big ball of energy and basically Kamehameha this cultist in the back as they're raising up the ghost hunting club. Striking them in the back, he cries out in pain, "Ah!" and falls forward, knocked unconscious in one hit by that massive beam.
Nice. Perfect.
The moment that happens, you do see that sigil falter a little bit and sputter. It's not fully dissipated yet, but it definitely affected it, taking out that cultist. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, I think that's all I could do. Bonus action, movement, and action.
That's a hell of a turn. Good job.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, we do have Aisha, our who is currently grappled right now inside the arms of that one outsider. Now, Starseeker, really, I believe the only thing you can actually do right now is, let me double check what the grappled does.
My grappled or restrained?
It's restrained, technically.
Yeah, 0 movement. I cannot cast spells or use reactions. My weapon range is reduced to 5 feet. Disadvantage on rolls to resist dex. Then I have an option to use my standard action to attempt to break free.
Okay.
and then rolls for flying.
Yeah, which doesn't affect you. So yeah, there you go.
Before anything else, even though she's like, still all tied up by this creature, she's gonna focus in on the degree of danger that Melody is in, and with my bonus action, she's gonna call out and say, Soul Seeker, you can break free from this. Believe in yourself. Believe in us. And I make a leadership check.
Okay, make that leadership check.
Help if I was on the actual proper page. Core leadership.
I believe this is something you can add your D4 of leadership on.
I wish I could. 16 total.
16 total is exactly the DC.
It is.
So with that, you call out, still grappled, held by this creature, but you call out to Soul Seeker, and Soul Seeker, your leader's voice pierces through that just terror that's been induced in you, and your mind breaks free. You are no longer horrified, you are instead distressed.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is what distressed is. As soon as I can find that. Okay, so you are dealing with things that most people can't even realize exist. You have disadvantage on skill checks and attack actions. You automatically fail leadership checks. As a standard action, roll to resist horror. On a success, this condition is removed. On a failure, the condition persists. So you can use your action to try to get rid of the distressed condition. As a free action, a Magi-Knight can forcefully remove this condition by taking 1 trauma point. Afterwards, they gain the Berserk condition. As a bonus action, another Magi-Knight can make a leadership check DC 15. On a success, they remove the distress condition from a Magi-Knight. So everyone keep that in mind. And I'm going to put this green token on you, Melody, letting you know that you are distressed. Okay, so Star Seeker, that was your bonus action. You still got your action.
I'm not going to go berserk right away. Okay. I'm going to use I'm just going to try and use my weapon attack to hopefully knock it away as part of the process.
Okay.
Make sure it actually uses Defender's Massive. Oh well. That's a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Cool, at least I get to do damage. Do I hit this to do damage? Nope. Oh, no, it was damage. Cool. Oh, and I add, No, I don't add damage because I didn't flare. So, 14.
Actually, yeah, 14. Okay. There we go. He is still holding on to you tightly. It is hurt, but still up. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Next up, Katrina. Here's the bad news for you, kiddo. You hear rustling coming from behind you as something leaps out and attempts to grapple you. Another one of those creatures just coming in from just hiding behind one of those tombstones.
Nah.
You got this. You're a Dex hero.
So they do get advantage on this attack. That is a 16 to hit.
Where's me? That beats my armor class.
Okay. 9 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make an athletics check for me. That should not have been an advantage.
I failed that.
Yes.
I got a 9.
You definitely failed that. So as it clamps around you, slashing at you and piercing you with its claws, it just holds you against it. And that big wide mouth on the top of its head opens up and just goes... That is it for its turn. That cult is dead. This cultist, he is actually still restrained by Melody's bubblegum magic thing. Question, that was actually... Was that... I can't remember, was that your spell that did that? It was a spell.
Yes, it was manipulate spell, yeah.
Here's my next question. When you became horrified, does that sustained spell fade away?
Let me check if it requires concentration or total focus.
Everything I'm seeing about total focus says you immediately lose it.
Yes,
but I don't know if manipulate uses it, so I need to check.
Yes, that's what I'm needing to know.
That's what we're checking.
It says in the book requires total focus.
Then yes, you're free.
Okay. So then he is technically freed. So he is going to have to get up from prone. He is right next to you, Starseeker. Let's see, what can he do? Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, he is going to climb to his feet and he's going to slash at you with his ritual dagger. Starseeker, the question I have for you, are you at full hit points right now?
That's a great question. HP? No, that's my sand HP. Yeah, wait, no, it's armor. Yes, no, I'm not.
No, you are not. Okay. Then, because you do not have your full hit points, they are going to be using their Sense Weakness ability. When making a standard attack action with any weapon that has the word ritual in it, the acolyte gets to make 2 attacks if the target is not at maximum HP.
Wait, sorry, I lied. I took HP out of my maximum HP instead of out of my temp HP.
So are you at full hit points then?
I'm at full, yeah.
Okay, then that's good for you then. This guy only gets to make 1 attack. He rolled a 24, which I know is going to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
4 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Rolled a 19 on that one.
Now I'm not at max.
Now you are not at max. He then yells out to the, he kind of, on the end of his turn, he looks back towards the ritual circle, and he yells to the group of students, the soccer players that are up there, get down here and help me! That's the end of his turn. Immediately we go into those soccer players' turn. They are going to be moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And they're going to use their double dash. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Are they rotating the control stick back and forth in an appropriate rhythm to get blue sparks?
Sure, why not? I don't get that reference.
Sorry. That was a Mario Kart Double Dash reference.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I know that game. It exists. Anyway, that's it for their turn. Next off, Soul Seeker, you are currently still held restrained by that creature. However, as you're kind of there being held, you do hear a sound. It's the sound of a gunshot. I'm going to be rolling some dice here real quick. Plus, let's see. I have so many windows open right now. Yeah, that is a 17 that does hit. You see basically like a fountain of blood just shoot out from the side of this creature's head. It's like this black, oozy, viscous stuff. The thing is holding on to you still, but it jerks to one side and then as a gunshot comes out and strikes this creature.
Okay.
That was it on that turn. Next up, we've got, well, all these critters here. Let's see, the Voracious Stalker, that's what these creatures are. The one here next to Aisha, it's their turn. They're currently grappling you, so they get to now do their vicious bite, Aisha.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's a 12. You're able, as it comes reaching out to bite at you, you just reach down, grab the edges of the jaw, and force it apart, keeping it back from you.
Yeah. Shove the guard of my sword into its mouth instead.
Let's see. That's it for its turn. Got one more to go here. That's the one holding Melody, doing the exact same thing to Soulseeker. That's a 7, though. Wow.
It's in too much pain from the gunshot wound.
It is. It definitely is. On the Ghost Hunters Club turn, with the energy surrounding and swirling around this, them starting to flicker and flash, the group of them as a whole drop down to the ground and collapse in kind of a heap. Which is arguably better than being held midair, I guess? I don't know, we'll see. Salem, it is now your turn, but unfortunately you're horrified.
Yes. Can I make an attempt to roll to resist?
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you do get to roll to resist once again.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull that up for you. So basically what's happening is you're rolling a D100. You get to add your Magi-Knight level, your Squadron Reputation level, which is 0, and your Purity skill to the total.
So let me just roll Purity and then add 3. Is that what, or what are we doing?
No, you need to roll a D100.
Oh, D100.
Yeah, you need to roll a D100, then you add your level and your Purity skill.
Gotcha. But before, since that's at the end, Arya still needs to go, so I'll let her do
what
her
can
thing.
Arya do on her turn without a command?
I don't know, actually. She might not be able to do anything, so she's probably stuck, actually. We'll just go as she's stuck.
Can she retain her turn until after you go? Like, just delay it?
Arya's actions are my bonus action, so if this is the end of my turn, then no.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they can at least take the dodge action on their turn, I want to say.
I'm just gonna keep them active.
You do not have total focus, so they are currently passive.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yep, so go ahead and roll that D100.
53, 7, so 60.
60, I think, is enough. Let me double check. Yes, you absolutely did succeed. So, your mind begins to clear as your purity pulls your focus inward. You see this flare of your soul crystal, and as you look about, you regain your sanity once again. So you are now, you no longer have the horrified condition, instead you have the distressed condition.
Perfect.
Actually, if he passes it, he doesn't get distressed.
He doesn't at all? Perfect, even better.
Oh,
Yeah.
Even better,
Oh, sweet.
then you are just good to go.
cracks knuckles. All right.
Okay, Melody, it is now your turn.
Okay. I will. Normally I attack, but I have disadvantage. I guess I might as well try. I'll just try to attack, even though I'm gonna have disadvantage. Oh, actually,
Why do
it
you have
takes a stand
disadvantage?
and to try to remove it because I'm distressed.
That's right, because you're distressed.
I actually think I'm going to use my turn to try to remove it because it takes a standard action.
Okay. Yeah, as a standard action, you can roll to resist horror. On a success, the condition is removed. So remember, you're rolling that D100, you're adding your level plus your purity skill.
Ooh, that passed.
Yes, ma'am, that does pass.
So I'm free. Does that mean I can use my bonus action to attack then?
You do have a bonus action, and now you don't have any movement still because you are restrained, but you do have a bonus action.
Okay, I'm going to do my offhand attack or secondary
Can you
weapon or
do
whatever
your
it's called.
offhand attack without making a standard attack?
I believe so. I don't think I have to try it.
I remember that's a thing in 5th edition. I'm just double checking.
Ooh, I'm not sure where to look that up.
Let's see here. That's why I got that handy dandy book right here.
I know when we level up, we get swift attack that you only get to do swift attack if you make another attack first, but I don't know if that applies to the coupled weapons.
Yeah, cause it's
Please
because you have the weapon that allows you a second one. Let's see, where are...
Out the gate, when I look up coupled attack, it just says this action is used when you declare a weapon attack with your secondary weapon against the target.
It just says a bonus action may be used to attack with your secondary weapon.
Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about needing your primary... So yeah, I'm just going to say go for it.
Awesome, thank you.
Let's see. Coupled is the quality that a primary weapon has to indicate they can be separate to form a second identical weapon as a free action. This weapon is referred to as the secondary weapon and can only be possessed by the couple. Possess the coupled and finesse qualities. As a bonus action, you can attack with your secondary weapon, and it also gains the wielder's modifier to its damage. So yeah, it just says you can do it.
It's a 14 a hit.
Let's see. Unfortunately, a 14 is gonna miss. Their AC is 15.
Did we have amplify? I can't remember.
We have like regular amplify, but it's not flared right now.
Okay,
But
so it would hit then because
That
it's a
would then,
15.
because it's a 15, because that gives you a +1. So perfect.
Perfect. Thank
There
you.
go.
And thanks for not getting horrified so you didn't lose it.
Yeah, yeah, that was very clutch.
Yes. Okay. I rolled a 1. 3 damage.
3 points of damage. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
What does veil piercing mean?
I think veil piercing means you ignore the roll and automatically succeed on the attack. But it takes like
I think it's once
less
per
damage.
battle. Once per battle.
Once per combat encounter, instead of rolling for weapon attack, you use this ability to
Oh.
automatically hit target.
Dope.
Do you still have to roll the die or something though?
I don't think so. You just don't roll. I'm pretty sure if it's not there, we have a rule written somewhere that anytime it says you automatically hit, you don't roll at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think my weapon is veil piercing.
Well, Damian, it is your turn now. The only thing you can do is try to do that roll to resist horror again at the end of your turn.
Every time you say it, I like grab it and then I forget. It's D100 plus.
Level plus your purity skill.
Believe in you.
Nope.
Oof. Ouch. Nope, not with a 17. Unfortunately, you still stand there, transfixed with horror, eyes just filled with that monstrosity creature that is before you all.
Yep. So now I'm distressed.
No, you're still horrified because you failed. Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
No,
At the
it
end of
does
my
go
turn,
to
I go to
distress.
I go to
Yes.
distressed.
You go to, yeah, sorry. Now you go to distressed. On success, you remove the condition. On a failure, it's changed to distressed. Yes.
Oh. I missed that. That's a lot less horrifying. Horrifying
Yeah.
is a lot less
Yeah.
stressful now.
I thought you were stuck in it until you broke free.
Also, I noticed that I had, like, for some reason I calculated a point on exhaustion, but I think, because the only reason I would have added anything was because I was horrified, and I think it goes to stressed, right? You added a
Yes.
stress
Yeah.
point?
Yes, stress point. Not,
Okay.
not exhaustion.
Not exhaustion. Okay, I corrected that. I have 1 stress point, no exhaustion.
Okay. Well, we are at the top of the turn order with Katrina, Sky Seeker. What do you want to do? Other than you're grappled right now.
Yep, I added the little blue dot on me since I was grappled. I failed.
Perfect.
Sorry, can I
I can-
clarify something real quick?
Yeah.
Am I back to my original turn order now that I'm not horrified?
No, it just stays where it is.
Even though distressed doesn't drop?
Yeah, it just says that once it happens, it's dropped to the bottom. Let's see, adjust their turn order based on the previous. Yeah, it just that's how it is for the end of the till the end of the combat.
Seriously?
Turn order only really matters on your first turn.
Sure. Okay.
And technically, you're at the bottom of turn order either way.
Well, no, there's a monster I would be in front of, but I understand. I see what you're saying.
But anyway, Katrina, you are grappled by the outsider, and it's your turn. So, what do you want to do?
Okay, I would have to make an opposed check to break out, or I can just hit him with my whip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whip him 3 times in a row and just obliterate him.
Choke him out.
I can only do 3 if I hit the first 2.
Exactly.
So we will
That's why I
try.
hit him 3 times in a row.
Well, you
I
already
will-
know
I
what
will-
this is.
Oh, I missed the second one.
Yeah, but
I'm
20's
going to
good.
use my random Rhapsody coin to re-roll that natural 1.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Oh, nice.
18, that'll hit.
Do I roll the third one and do the damage after, or?
You could do the damage now and then roll the third one.
Okay, so a 7 on the first one, 4 on the second one.
Okay, go ahead and do your third attack.
I just figure she's just whipping, and she'll do the third one.
Nice.
23 for 5 points.
5 more points of damage. Yeah, 3 solid strikes with your whip on that creature that's holding you. It is still up, but it definitely looks bloodied.
So I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Thank you for doing what I told you to do.
Thank you for using the coin.
Okay. Next up is Starseeker. What you got?
I want to clarify something, and or restrained. Is it supposed to be your move actions generate 0 movement, or just you can only move 0 feet in any situation?
Your move actions generate 0 movement.
I don't understand what the difference is.
Yeah, just
Well,
mean you can't-
because when I use a weapon attack, I can just move 10 feet thanks to quicksword technique. But it's not classified as a move action, and I'm being...
Yes, you are still restrained. You cannot do that.
Okay.
You're being
Okay.
physically restrained. But nice try.
Thank you. I'm just gonna... is anyone still horrified?
People
Yeah,
are
Damian.
distressed.
Or I'm distressed. Yeah, I'm not horrified.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Melody, are you distressed too?
Oh, wait. No, I got out, so it's just
Yeah.
you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm distressed. I'm not horrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off on taking any trauma points right now. In that case, I am going to, first thing first, I guess, bonus action flare.
Fair enough.
Sorry, what?
So the bonus action, you can still make a leadership check without taking on a trauma point. You don't have to take the trauma point.
Wait, what?
You can just make a
Yeah,
regular
You
leadership
can just make
check.
a regular
You can
check.
just make it's DC 15.
Mhm.
As
Oh,
a bonus
I
action, another
missed
Magi Knight can make a
I missed
leadership
some.
check.
I missed something. Did not realize that. My apologies. It's a
I mean,
very...
you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but
no.
you can.
No, I want to. I just... There's so many things on that, one thing. I just got lost.
Yeah, no problem. But you can use your bonus action to make a leadership check to try to remove the distress condition.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Are you both distressed? No, it's just
Just me.
At this point. Cool. That's a 20 total.
Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be able to clear it out. What do
Cool.
you say to get rid of Nova Seeker's distress?
Nova Seeker, you are our sword and shield. You must fight forward. Join this fight.
That does it.
It does.
Speaking of swords, here's my Defender's massive one.
Yeah, 22 is gonna hit.
22 hits. I will first roll damage. That is 5 damage total.
Still up.
However, I rolled higher than a natural 16 on the d20.
Mm-hmm.
So as a result, I push it away.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna rule because of this. You're being held. You're hitting the thing to knock it away. I'm gonna see whether or not it can maintain its hold on you to pull you along with it. This is gonna be opposed athletics check. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Come.
21.
Nice.
That beats my 10. You hit it so hard, its arms reflexively widen open, and you hit it away. It goes skidding back. What is it, 10 feet?
Yeah.
10 feet in this direction, and you are no longer restrained.
Okay. So, does my movement reset to since I'm no longer restrained?
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah, because you don't... you haven't used it yet, and now you're no longer restrained, so yeah.
Okay. Even though it's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity, I'm going to take my 10 feet from Quicksword.
Okay, then yeah, it is definitely going to be making that attack. That's 19 to hit.
That hits.
4 more points of piercing damage.
Okay, I'll just take that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's my turn.
That is your turn. Next up, we have the Voracious Stalker that's next to Skyseeker. That's holding her down. So many freaking windows. There it is. Since you are grappled, it gets to make its vicious bite on you. That's a 20. That huge mouth on the top of its head reaches, just like the arms pull you up, and then the mouth opens up and chomps on you very viciously. Doing 11 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Oof.
That had hurt.
Yeah, I don't have much hit points left.
Indeed. The cultist that you just ran away from, Starseeker, it's going to be moving now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. It is chasing after you, but also moving a little bit to give itself a little bit of a ranged opportunity. Let's see, it is going to be sending a freezing word at you. However, that is an 8, so the blast of icy energy goes flying over your head.
That's a nice cool breeze.
Next, we've got the soccer players, who was charging up towards the group to help the cultist that was down. However, now that Aisha is here, well, that just presents a good opportunity. So, I'm going to need you, Aisha, to make me a athletics check.
I'm okay with those. That's only 11.
Oof, that is an 11. They pull you into their little circle and begin to pummel the hell out of you. You are going to be taking a total of 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna reduce that a bit. I still have my reaction.
Okay.
Spend free mana points. And now I'm using the new proper rules for the much less buffed barrier spell.
Yeah.
1d4 plus Mab. I take 2 damage.
You take 2 points of damage, which is a lot better than 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Next off, Next off, you all hear that sound of a gunshot explode once again. That does hit. Still, another gunshot fires off, striking the outsider that's still holding on to Soulseeker, doing 7 points of damage. An actually good shot this time. The creature holding you, Soulseeker, looks pretty jacked up now. There's 2 very large gunshot wounds through it. It is definitely bloodied.
Can't believe it's not down yet, though.
Not quite yet. Okay. Let's see. The Stalker's turn. That Aisha basically just smashed away. Let's see here. Yeah, sorry, Skyseeker, you're the closest one to it.
I expected that.
It's gonna move 10 feet up to you, and it is taking an attack.
I was hoping it would go after the summon.
I figured I'm close, so. Roll bad, roll bad. Yes.
Did roll bad with a 7. So that's good at least. Next is the one that's currently holding on to Soulseeker. It is attempting to bite her. That's an 18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
11 points of piercing damage.
I'm going to quicken and Menace Train barrier to reduce that damage.
Okay, talk to us about that a little, because you just used your reaction a moment ago.
By quickening, you bring an action down from a tier, so you can take a reaction tier spell down to a free action.
Aren't you only allowed free actions on your turn?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are.
This is how we did it before, but I'm okay if we don't want to do it this way anymore.
I need to look at that.
My understanding is the reason it has the quicken ability is to get around its need for a reaction.
Wait, isn't Quicken a spell modifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it can be used by several spell paths, so... Oh, is it listed as one that can use it? Is that what you mean?
Well, it says the
Yeah.
barrier and summoning spell
So-
have the quicken. Quickening adjusts the type of action that is needed to cast a spell. You quicken a spell by increasing its MP cost by 1 spell tier. Remember
So when you go to the, like in the book itself, where it says free action, it says performed only during your turn. This includes drawing or sheathing a soul weapon, saying a short sentence, etc., etc., etc.
So,
But
yeah.
free actions themselves can only happen during your turn. So just like
Yeah,
reducing
so
the
I'm
cost
gonna-
from
I'm gonna
reaction
go
to
with that
reaction
then.
wouldn't work.
Because that honestly sounds about right to me. You can only do a free action on your
Cool.
turn. So, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that one, unfortunately. Good try. I like the thought process, but honestly, yeah, free action.
We did before.
Yeah. We did it
So
once
I
before,
didn't-
probably because when I wasn't thinking about
Yeah.
it, but the more we talk
Yeah.
about it, the more we understand the rules, the more accurate the
100%.
rules are going to be.
Exactly.
Okay, that's it for that thing's turn. The Ghost Hunting Club kids are on the ground now. They're just unconscious, from what you can tell. Salem, it is your turn.
All right. So first things first, we're gonna have Arya charge in and attack this bad boy. Miss.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
That's okay, because I'm going to move. Let's see. Here. And then on that same one, I'm going to cast Explosion.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's definitely going to do full damage.
Which is not much. So 8 damage.
Hey, you know what? It's still enough. You send that explosion out right at the same creature that Arya just attempted to hit. An explosion of petals erupt out from the creature, and it just dissolves away into just a silvery mist.
Oh, right. I'd already damaged it twice.
You did.
I forgot.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty jacked up.
Yep. All right. That's my turn.
That's your turn. Next up, we have Soul Seeker.
Okay. I'm going to try to take out this guy grappling or restraining me.
Okay.
Yes.
19 will hit.
Should I roll both attacks now, or
You go for it.
okay? Okay, just one.
The 7's gonna miss, but go ahead and roll your damage for the first one.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. You slash into the creature holding you with your claws, doing quite a bit of damage. It's barely holding on.
Darn it.
Okay, that is
Literally.
your turn.
Since
Next.
it's holding on to me.
Next up, we have Nova Seeker.
Can I use a shard of mending for someone else? Or do I have to use it on myself when I use it?
I believe you can only use it on yourself.
You can use
you
it
can
on
use it.
someone else, but it takes more of an action than on yourself. I think it's...
Oh, you can use an action for other people, and the shards, it differs. It depends on what the shard is, I think.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't.
It's...
say.
It's... Well, if it doesn't say, then that means it's whatever is standard for shards. It should say in the paragraph before.
Okay.
But I think shards of mending are free action on you, if I remember correctly, so it might be a bonus action on somebody else, but let me find it.
All shards of power require a bonus action to use. Can bestow the power of a shard onto another Magi-Knight by upgrading its action cost by 1. Okay.
Yeah, is it a shard of mending lesser?
Yes, but it doesn't say that that's a problem.
That's a
Oh, I
free
just-
action.
Yeah, so
It's
that's a
free
free
action.
action. So,
So that would
on
make it a
somebody
bonus action.
else?
Right, so it would have to be a bonus action.
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine, because I'm not going to use my bonus action for anything. I don't tend to use it. Just to clarify the measurement, so if I go diagonal, it's saying that these diagonal squares are like 5, 10, 15, but should I calculate it as like up, left, up, left, up, left?
If we were
You know what I
playing
mean?
Pathfinder, technically, but we're not playing Pathfinder, so diagonals are just 5 feet.
Just have to watch for the tombstones.
Yeah. Now
I've
the
been too nervous
tombstones
to
Yeah.
ask that.
are difficult terrain.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to run straight forward my full movement, 30 feet. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. And far away am I? I mean, it doesn't say that it's limited by like distance or anything. Second question: if I cast Restoration again, does that add to the temp hit point pool? Does it like stack?
I believe it replaces.
Yes,
Is it replaced?
I think it's whichever one is higher.
Yeah.
So you'd keep it if your last one was higher, but if you had less, then you'd replace it.
So if I do it again and people have like lost their temp HP, do they regain temp HP
Yes.
if it's at 0?
Yes.
Okay. Well then,
Yay.
do I want to use up my last? So if I do this, I have no more explosion for the group that's running at us. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, I
sure.
still got mana, so we're fine.
You've still got mana? Okay, cool. Well then, hearing Starseeker's words, feeling roused out of the stupor of seeing such a horrifying creature, and with a renewed sense of courage and a desire to see wrongs righted, Nova Seeker runs forward and pulls the shard of mending he won at the Crane game, seeing all the damage that Cat has been going through, and just whispers under his breath, "This is for you," and crushes it, releasing the mending, which allows for, I just had it,
1d12 plus your magic.
1d12 plus my level.
I'm not sure if you can use that as a range.
I have to be like next to them. It doesn't
Yeah.
say anything about that.
Well, it's an item. You have to, if you're using an item, it has to be within a range to use it. It does not have a range. It doesn't say anywhere range 30 feet or anything like that. I'm looking on here right now to see if it says anything about it.
Objects of mysterious power. How to find them. Bestow the power of a shard onto another Magi-Knight, but it doesn't.
Yeah, imagine I can bestow the power of a shard, but not the shard itself, onto another Magi-Knight by upgrading its action by 1. It can never be given away.
This feels like it's your call because
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
not very clear.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
I mean, if I can
call
cast
it-
restoration with 0 range, you know, like
Well,
not having to be near anybody on my team.
A spell has specific range, even if it is the battlefield. That is the range. An item is an item, so it's like these are basically like potions. So you have to be right next to somebody to give it to them. So you have to be within 5 feet to give it to somebody else.
What if it's a dynamic object? One of the 3 that we haven't used this time.
Dynamic objects, I don't
So?
think can heal people.
I think
Right.
I thought you meant like using the dynamic object to like extend its range is what you were
Yeah,
implying.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
no
in a
on
way.
that one.
Okay. All right. Well, then in that case, I am just going to use. How's that monster looking?
The one that's holding Sky right now doesn't look great. It's very bloodied at this point.
Very bloodied. An explosion is an action. It's not like magic isn't a bonus action, right?
Yeah, it is an action, unless you like have a quickening that you can do.
Okay.
'Cause you can't
I'm
quicken
looking
your
at
spells,
quickening.
like we just talked about a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what the cost of that is. Is it 1 stress
It
point?
is
Rush spell.
it increases
Reduces its total damage.
by 1 spell tier, so it would be 6 then.
Yeah, and I can't afford that.
But you could mana strain, take an exhaustion point and drop it back down a spell tier.
You could do that.
Yeah. Is quickening a rushed spell? I don't see quickening anywhere.
It's
I'm a little
page
confused.
82.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Well, it just says barrier and summoning, so I'm not sure if that'll even work for
Yeah.
explosion. I don't think it does.
But rushed also is a separate second thing, which lets you cast beam, explosion, curing, and restoration as a bonus action.
Okay, here we go. When doing so, you spend a bonus action to cast them instead of a standard action. It does half damage. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're using a bonus action to do half damage at the same mana cost.
Right. Will that do it? Is the question. No. I'm going to play conservatively and just cast Restoration and re-roll that. What was it? D12? Or was that? No, that was a Shard of Mending.
Let's see.
Appreciate your patience.
It provides a
while I try to figure
1d4
out.
effect. So 1d4.
Plus my man. There's somehow we all got 6 temporary hit points.
Probably plus your man.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it is. You add your MAM to every spell.
Okay. Respect. Legit.
This affects everybody within 60 feet.
It does?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
looking
there
at
it is. 60 feet.
table
I
7.5
mean, we're all
on
in
page
60 feet.
85.
Damn it.
This affects squad within
So it would
60 feet.
hit.
It would get to Sky Seeker. It would hit Blossom Seeker, and you, but that's it.
I'm good on temp HP, so
I honestly think the explosion was the right call, but ultimately it's up to you.
I'm gonna probably attack with my whip on my turn, so
And you're going to attack before him?
I go after you.
Oh, you go after me?
I'm top of the
Oh,
turn order, you're
well-
the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, word. Okay. Then... Honestly, I think I just want to sprint. Sorry for taking all that time. Yeah, I think I just want to get
Fine.
closer into the fray.
It's a difficult situation, lots of things to consider.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll just sprint. And can I hold a bonus action that when Cat gets close to me, I can give her my Shard of Mending? Or like release its power or what have you?
I normally don't allow
As a reaction?
I normally don't allow bonus actions as to be held. You have to you can hold an action, but you can't hold a bonus action.
Okay. Okay, yeah, then I'll just sprint, and that will be my turn.
Okay. We are at the top of the turn order. It is Sky Seeker's turn.
I will try to whip this guy that's restraining me.
Yeah, this.
18,
18 hits,
9 damage.
and that's more than enough to take him out. He only had 6 hit points left. So why don't you describe that for us?
Okay, he's just like biting onto her, and she'll just take her whip and pull tightly and kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah,
triangle
I like
him or
it.
something and just whip him off and then just kind of throw him aside. And is she on the ground if she's restrained or is she standing?
I can imagine it was like holding on to you, so you just land on your feet.
So I can move my 30 feet.
You can.
I will probably move closer to everybody else. Okay, that's avoiding. I can move there. I just need to watch. Okay, I can get there. Move on to the pass. Get closer to everybody.
Was that taken into account, the difficult terrain?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
went
she was
around
dodging.
the.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I
doing
see.
a multi-tier measure.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I took a step forward, and then I went on an angle, and then...
Yeah,
Diagonal.
word.
Beautiful.
Love it. Nicely done.
Went around the tombstones. There might have been a quicker way, but that's what I did.
Hey,
I still have my bonus action.
you do.
Oops, no, I don't want to move me. I want to do the measurement tool. That one's 20 feet away. This guy's 30 feet away. So, where is the book? Because I can try to rush a spell. Rush a beam in order to blast that guy that's holding Soul Seeker and get rid of these guys.
You absolutely could.
So I will do that. It's be half damage, but it's been hurt, maybe. I will try to beam it. 16.
16 does hit.
It's 17, but it'll be half that.
Half that. Still, it's more than enough. It had 2 hit points left.
Oh my gosh.
So an action to destroy one, an action to destroy another. Tell me how that looks.
Okay, so she gets rid of the other one, throws it aside, runs forward, and one second, I do have what she has to say. Oh, she says air blast when she does her thing, and she just whips the air blast, and it just zoom, shoots this beam of air and just hits that guy.
And knocks him out completely. He goes dissolving into mist, and Soul Seeker lands lightly on her feet.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay.
All I can do. That's all I can do. I just cleared the board. I'm sorry. That's all I can do.
Hey, I'm
guys.
still hurting quite a bit, but I did
Forgive
get rid of
me.
some things. I might be able to survive without needing to be healed, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Might be able to
Who
move
needs
I still have no
healing?
cracks.
player.
Who needs healing when you could just take every enemy out first? That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I did have help with the Aisha giving the coin before.
So Derek just texted
Oh,
me
so-
back that shards of power are meant to be 5 feet, except the shard of fortune. So we're gonna have to put that in the errata too.
Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
They're potions, so.
Yeah, they're basically
That's it.
potions, so... Anyway, it is Starseeker's turn. You are surrounded by a bunch of soccer players. What are you doing?
I'm going to finally bonus action flare, and just start squaring up and cutting these boys down.
Love it.
So that is a 17 to hit,
17 does hit.
and that's a 10 damage total. I was attacking the one directly below me.
Okay, the one directly below you. You slash at him with that weapon, cutting this huge gash of energy across his chest. He looks very wounded, but he is still up.
And that is my turn.
Love it.
Has that blue cultist been doing anything? Oh, it's their turn right now.
Yeah, it's actually their turn now that I'm clearing away these vicious stalkers that don't exist anymore. Yeah, so things have definitely shifted for this guy. The energy barrier that you're all seeing now is flickering more and more. And when that last spectral outsider was destroyed, you see it flicker, 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 and vanish.
I forgot it had a barrier around them also.
The cultist scowls and he looks back and forth, sees the group of students over there surrounding the two Magi-Knights, sees Sky Seeker running up, doesn't have a whole lot of options in this moment. He's gonna first is he's gonna take a shot at Sky Seeker with that freezing rain. That's gonna be a 24.
Damn.
That definitely hits.
7 points of water damage. Let's see, you are an air.
Air. I think it's void that hurts me,
Yes, it is.
and earth that I hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you're good to go. Just 7 points of damage.
Well, that's enough to take me down.
Okay. In that moment, you all watch as this bolt of icy energy flies out from this cultist's hand, striking Sky Seeker in her chest. And in that moment, you hear a crack. And Aisha, and Katrina falls down. But then, as you're falling, time seems to freeze for you. And you do hear the voice of the Wanderer speaking to you, saying, "No, Aisha, no!" Why do I keep calling you Aisha? God damn.
Because I'm the one who takes all the damage.
Yeah. Well, because I see Ashley and then say fucking Aisha, because it's just right in my face right there. The overlay is. Anyway, it's the Wanderer says, "Cat, no! You can't go down. You gotta stay up. You gotta fight. You know what you need to do. Just will yourself up."
Stay down.
Do you choose to stay down, or do you choose to remain up with 1 hit point?
I'll take the second crack.
Okay. Your soul crystal.
But wouldn't if I got to her before anything happened to her, would I be able to heal her with my shard, like in 5e? I don't know how healing works when somebody's downed in this game.
Yes, you can.
But she'd become exposed before that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the guy already attacked. And I heard our wonderful game master say last monster. So, I mean, look, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying if you want to save a fracture.
I just mean the ghost hunter club is still here.
She can heal 2 fractures when she sleeps, so it's not a big deal.
And,
Oh, okay.
And honestly, thematically speaking, I totally see Sky Seeker wanting to stay in combat.
Sure.
She's not giving up.
Absolutely. Well, you do manage to regain your feet. You land in a crouch, catching yourself. You are at 1 hit point, and you have 2 fractures of your crystal.
And 1 point of exhaustion.
1 point of exhaustion. That was his action. He is then going to move 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's heading back in this direction towards that mausoleum over there. Next is the soccer player's turn. They are all still up. They are going after you, Star Seeker. I need another athletics check.
Okay. That is a 14.
14 is exactly what you needed. So they come rushing at you, trying to do their own rendition of Stomp, but you manage to just twist out of the way, blocking their vicious kicks at you.
I slam my sword into the ground and twirl around it, like the dancer that I am.
Absolutely. Let's see, next up, you actually, let's see here, Aisha, and Melody, the two of you, Starseeker and Soulseeker, you would see from this tree all the way up here, there is, you see a shadow drop out of it. You then see this figure. They're decked out in a dark cloak, a cowl over their hood, a cowl pulled up over their head, and just this cloak fans out around them as they drop down to the ground. You can see that there is a long-barreled weapon in their hand, a rifle of some type. They then move in the direction of the Ghost Hunting Club.
Uh-oh.
And end up right over here. Salem, it's your turn.
All right. Well, first things first. Yeah, we're gonna explode that dude, the cultist.
Okay. Let's see. Are you within range?
It's 60 feet.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Let's see. I'm spending my inspiration to re-roll that, actually.
Okay, spend that inspiration.
Not much better, so that's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately it's only half damage, but it's still damage.
Yeah, not that. So 5 earth damage.
5 points of earth damage to the water guy, which actually... Hold on a second. Okay, so you do earth damage. You do your spell. It kind of falters and doesn't seem to do very much damage. But then when it hits this cultist here, he seems to like deflect half of it away from him using that dagger that's in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he is resistant to earth magic.
Don't forget the extra free
The
from
3. Okay, I will take into account the 3.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's fine. I figured as much, but I wanted to at least put a shot in at him.
That's fair.
All right. And then bonus action, I'm going to have Arya move 20. And then I'm going to move right there. So, okay. There we go.
Okay. Next up, we've got Soulseeker.
Okay, I'm going to... Sadly, I can't move away without provoking, so... I guess I'm just going to move down... around them to this side, I think.
Okay.
And I'll attack the same one that Aisha attacked.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least you know that these dudes don't really have a whole lot of armor, considering the fact they're wearing gym shorts.
Yes, that's true.
16's definitely gonna hit,
8 damage.
which is enough to take out that first kid.
Sweet. Okay, bonus action on the next person. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Ah, only 4 though.
Hey, 4 points of damage is better than none. That the next student there is looking a little bit hurt after your strike.
Okay.
Damian, you're up next.
Kat, what's your HP at?
I'm at 1, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, she doesn't have any enemies near her. You should save your shard.
I mean, that guy...
If you can explode the students, explode the students.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm just worried about that guy freezing wording you again.
I'm
but I
going
guess
to.
you're
I'm going to
me,
beam him.
so- Got it. Don't miss.
Cat is ready.
Yeah, Damian runs up to Kat and has this kind of mini conversation with her about like, are you sure? You're good? You're going to beam him?
I'll be
Alright.
fine. I'm angry at him.
Don't miss. And then he's going to stand up, after crouching extra or wherever. I don't know if you're prone or not. He's going to stand up and focus on the group of soccer players in front of him and the exact same feeling as before, the conviction to fix something that he sees as wrong, but without, hopefully non-lethal, right? Like just trying to knock them out again. And he's going to cast Explosion at 18.
Yeah, that's enough to do full damage.
And where do I click? I just click the damage type next to it.
Explosion +1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 8.
8 points of damage.
Shouldn't it be
Or 10, I
10?
guess.
Yeah.
10 points
Sorry.
of damage.
Yeah, 19 to hit and 10 points of damage. Got it.
Oof. Huge hit from an explosion. One of them do go down. Only 2 of them are remaining up.
Okay. That's my turn.
Top of the turn order, we've got Skyseeker.
It's going to try to beam that cultist. That'll be 14, I think, with the +1.
That +1 saved you. That just hits.
Nice.
21 air damage.
Damn.
Plus whatever
24.
the
24 air damage.
+4.
Sorry, I'll dim my fire so that you have a better shot.
Describe for us how it looks as you take out the last of the cultists.
Well, she's quite angry after that cultist knocked her down, so just like does the air thing again. It just zaps this air like a little tornado goes and just engulfs the cultists and lifts them up and throws them on the ground.
They just fall back to the ground, knocked unconscious.
Salem is so impressed and proud to be your friend in this very moment, just like seeing you so angry about it. Like, yes, get him, go!
And then she will move forward a bit. Not too close to those guys, but... this should be good. 25. Behind the other 2.
Fair enough. That's it for your turn. Aisha, Star Seeker, you're up next.
I kind of wanna. Do these students look zombified like the other hordes we've seen before, or do they seem to be more following orders?
They definitely seem like glazed-eyed and zombie-like. Not only that, but since you are so close, you can see that like they seem a little emaciated. Like their skin's kind of sucked in on them. Their eyes are sunken in. Their cheeks are hollow. They're not looking great.
I was gonna try and talk them down, but there's no hope in that, so...
Yeah, can we flavor that my light kind of shook him out of the reverie, especially now the cultist is down a little bit?
I'm sure you would love that, but no.
Alright.
No, it's fine. I have no problem.
Sure.
Actually, I have a cool idea. Since we still have a couple dynamic objects and we're running out of time to use them, I'm just going to add a +2, but like I like the idea of as the explosion is like dissipating, I swing with the remaining embers to slam into the girl in front. Girl? Cute soccer player in front of me.
Yep, that one it does look like a girl. Maybe. Them. Who knows?
Who knows?
Let's not judge. But they have pigtails.
Yeah. And that is a 21 to hit.
21 is gonna hit.
I forgot to flare, but that's okay. That's 12 points of damage.
Yeah, more than enough to take out that student. And as you're doing that, you can't help but what Los said. The same concept kind of comes into your mind. Like, the cultists have disappeared; they're all unconscious. The spectral outsiders are not here anymore. They've all dissolved, and yet these kids still seem to be fighting. Still seem to be attempting to hurt you almost mindlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
I am thinking about that, and I'm a little concerned. But right now, I need to make the fret go away, and then we can analyze this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shift over here. It's okay for me to stand on top of this person, right?
Oh yeah, you can stand on them. Well, at the end of that, it is their turn, and they're, like, trying to hit you. Even now, like, there's no hope of winning. There's one sole individual left, this one student who's basically just very limply trying to hit you with its fists. I need another athletics check from you. As long as you don't nat 1 this, you're going to be fine.
I natural wondered. Why did you say that?
Oh
my
gosh! That's amazing.
You jinxed it.
That is amazing. So somehow, this last kid manages to connect on you, doing 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Incredible.
I don't care. I am reaction barrier spell.
Really? It's because he got you in the thighs where you're already all bloodied up from the fence.
Oh, it's pure pride at this point.
Yeah. That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, more than enough to...
You throw up that barrier at the last minute, defiant against being hit by this one poor kid.
Incredible.
Next up is that dude in the cloak with the gun, who is going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to right here, next to the Ghost Hunting Club kids. He seems to be crouching, or they seem to be crouching down next to them, and for the rest of their turn, you see a little bit of a greenish glow begin to emit from their hands. When this happens, all of the Ghost Hunting Club kids, you can just kind of barely see them on the ground, illuminated by, like, you know, all the stage lighting that they've put inside this the cemetery. You see them all jerk, like, you know, they're laying on their back, suddenly they jerk up, chests up, back arched in a very odd angle, as a little bit of this green ethereal light begins to waft off of them and towards the individual in the cloak. The green light that is in around them seems to grow and grow a little bit. Salem, it's your turn.
Seeing that everything seems to be well underway, I think Salem is just going to look at that way. Let's see. 45. Oh my gosh, I can move. I don't want to get punched. So 40, 55, 50, 55, 60. And just because I still have a bonus action, I'm going to have Ari move a little bit forward. Little by little. She's moving her little nebby legs.
Fair enough. Soul Seeker, you're next.
Sorry, I was trying to text Eric to answer a question for John. Let's see. I am going to cast heal, I think, on Sky Seeker since everybody's all worried about her. Okay, so, or hearing, I guess. So the way I do this is I claw both of my hands and I clap them together and then like mix the blood on my hands, and then I'll touch Cat's arm and say blood on hands and heal.
I love it.
And how
Okay.
does Cat feel about that?
Yeah, seriously.
My white outfit.
It's fine. You can just dematerialize your armor and rematerialize it. Good as new.
What? Okay, so I healed you for 11.
Nice.
Thank you. That'll bring me up to 12.
Oh, good.
Better
Okay,
than
and-
1.
Yes. And then I'm going to move toward the last student and use my bonus action to attack them.
Love it.
Oh, I crit! I probably have
Nice.
almost nothing left. What a waste! Okay, so 11 damage total.
Yeah. Describe for us real quick how this looks as you take out this last opponent.
Okay, I guess if my hand's still bloody from my healing spell, I just rollerblade around and run up to the student and just slash as hard as I can and take him out.
And with that, the last of the students go down. And for that moment, at least, everything seems peaceful. Or at least a little bit peaceful. You got a bunch of unconscious students lying at your feet. A pair of cultists in their robes as well. And as you all kind of glance back towards the ghost hunting club kid, you see that individual in the dark cloak stand up once again. So, with that in mind, Magi-Knights, what do you do?
Are we still in initiative?
We are not.
Salem's still booking it at this point because we got
Yeah.
his friends.
Right up
so
there.
First things first, check on them. Deal with other dude
Yeah.
later.
I
Check on
think
them, see
while-
what he's doing with the kids. I don't know if he's doing some kind of healing or freeing them from something. I'm assuming
while
it's
the
not
rest of the-
malicious, but
I think while the rest of the team is running up to check on the kids and the person, I'm going to trust them to have that well in hand and keep one person back
Okay.
so that, like, if he does an area of effect, we don't all get taken out. But I'm going to move towards this cultist over here that we downed to search him for identification.
Okay.
Like, see if he's got a whistle, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
First thing Starseeker's gonna do is call, "Good job, team!" And then also run up to see totally not Ronan and what he's doing.
Well,
Yeah.
so Aisha is yelling, "Go team!" as Melody and Kat go racing towards the ghost hunting club with Salem hot on their heels. The individual in the cloak, I'll describe him for you once more as you're starting to run closer to him. You can see the dude wears like goggles over their face that has the hood up. Their face is shadowed. You can't really see much beyond that silhouette. And as you're starting to run towards them, you just see them like straighten up and give you a kind of a two-fingered salute before turning and running away from your group as fast as they can.
Thanks for helping.
Thanks for the assist.
Are
Don't
they
go.
faster than our Magi Knight speed?
They're about the same. I suppose you could kind of.
But they have a head start.
They definitely have a
Is that
head
the-
start. My question is, like, does anybody pursue the cloaked individual?
Yes, I want to.
You want to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's faster than I am.
He is actually pretty damn fast. Let me see what his speed is. Okay. What's your speed, Melody?
40.
40. Okay. So you will actually catch up to them as they reach about the top of the hill. That's the time that you catch up to them. So we're going to get to that in a minute. For those of you who are not pursuing, I know you said you want to go check out the Ghost Hunting Club kids, and Damian, you said you want to investigate the cultist and check the body. So why don't you go ahead and make an investigation check for me? For those of you who are wanting to like check the Ghost Hunting Club kids, that would be a medicine check.
It's a 19 on my investigation.
Or if you're trying to like use your magic, your Magi-Knight stuff, I would also allow a mysticism check. While those two are doing that,
Star's gonna follow after Soul
Oh
and
my god.
the mystery.
They're dead. They're dead. We did.
Oh no, they're dead! I rolled a 1! Can't find anything with these kids.
yeah, you know what? For a moment, as the two of you are bending down, that's what you're going to find out. Is that you feel their neck, and you both start panicking because you just straight up think they're dead. Damian, with your 19, you pull the hem of the cloak back over their head, and you instantly recognize them. They're one of the soccer coaches from Loroupian High, one of the junior coaches. There's two of them. One was skinnier than the other. It's that guy. Does have a whistle around his neck. Is wearing training clothes underneath. You check around their body. You do find that dagger that they had on them. However, you do not find any sort of ID. Their wallet is gone. It's not on them at all.
That's all I got with a 19. No, other
No,
objects or anything.
no. I just paused because I need to take a breath.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
There is no ring. They don't have any other normal possessions. There's nothing in their pockets or anything like that. However, there is something that you do notice. On the inside of their arm, it appears to be a brand. It's angry and red and puffed up, swollen. And it's in an odd shape, something you've never seen before. It's like a rune, almost. That's what you find there, which we'll talk a little bit more about the rune in a little bit.
Okay.
You catch up Melody to the individual in the cloak, like I said, about the time they get up to the top of the hill. Starseeker, what was your movement speed?
35, so I'd be a little
35.
behind.
Yeah, you are a little bit behind them, so you're going to get to the bottom of the hill about the time the two of them are at the top of the hill. He's still running. He's running. You just catch up to him at that point. What do you do? Are you going to stop him? Are you going to try to go around him? What's the deal?
Yeah, I will try to grab his arm to stop him and say, "Hey, wait."
Okay. That's going to be an athletics check.
Okay. $16.
16. You do grab onto the sleeve of their robe that they're wearing. Grabbing onto them, you yell out, "Hey, wait!" For a moment, they do turn back. I'm going to need you to make... actually, I'm just going to roll based on your 16. They kind of smack your hand a little bit as they turn, and you do see in that moment, like, you're still holding on to the hem of their robe, but they do have their rifle up. It's not pointed at you, but it is up as though it's in the ready.
As though it's what?
It's as though it's ready. Like, it's not pointed at you, but it's just up in his hand as though, like, he's ready.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay, I'll just say, who are you? Why do you keep helping us?
Make for me a persuasion check.
Okay. If it is James, I always fail these with him, so I'm scared.
It's okay. I'm gonna come up and give the assist.
Oh, 24.
The voice that answers you is distorted. Like, imagine hearing it through a sound garble a little bit. The voice says, "It's really none of your concern."
Can you at least tell me what that green light you put on the students was?
Residual energy left behind by the ones casting the spell. I was draining it off of them.
So you were helping them.
About this time,
That's what it's
Aisha, you catch up.
Very importantly, my sword is on my back. It is not in an aggressive position at all at this point. Starts gonna, well, Brasco, I imagine you want to get away before certain people show up, but thank you for tonight.
The figure nods a head to you. That voice, like I described, garbled, jumbled, like it sounds like it's speaking through a fan almost. And they say, "Our goals are aligned. For now, Magi-Knights. Make sure they stay that way."
We just want to make the same better world that he did. And then she's going to nod her head to Sol.
The voice kind of chuckles a little bit. "Is that what you're doing now?"
So last time we encountered this person, I rolled an insight check to see if I recognized them, and you said their walk looked familiar, but I couldn't place it.
Mm-hmm.
Since they're right next to me, can I roll insight again to see if they seem familiar?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Actually, I have inspiration, and I can make my insight at 20, so I'm going to do that.
Good use of that. Starseeker is just assuming it's James Roman until information says otherwise.
Okay. Soul Seeker, you look them up and down, and that voice, while distorted and definitely nothing you've heard before. Oh, sorry. While the voice you've never heard before, there are mannerisms there. The way they hold their hand, the way, like, they reflexively slapped at your hand when you grabbed their the sleeve. It's so familiar to you. I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
Okay.
Secret information.
It's actually been the dean the whole time.
He's not dead. He also became a Magi-Knight during that crash. The fact that he's in the hospital, lie. Also, he's 12. That was surprising. Don't know how he pulled that off.
Okay.
Somehow de-aged.
So there you
Always 12.
like your eyes lock on to those goggles, Soul. You have your answer.
I have what?
You have your answer.
Oh, sorry. Let me turn up my volume. Okay. I will let go of their arm and say, thank you again.
He nods his head to you as well. He says, you two might want to go check on your friends down there.
They're dead. They're all dead. Oh god.
Yeah.
I can't find a pulse!
You hear the two of them just lamenting this from down at the bottom of the hill.
Good call.
And
Kat's mom is a doctor, isn't she? Can't she like check, or a nurse or something? I feel like she
Not
should
what I
get
really
an
want.
advantage on a medicine check.
at like the two of you looked back to see Blossom and Sky yelling this, and then as you turn towards the cloaked individual again, they're gone. In their place is just a plume of smoke.
Star's gonna stay too, the plume of smoke. Enjoy your death.
So I imagine that Kat, because she's kind of anxious, just was expecting them to be dead, and so that's why she rolled a one.
Yeah,
It was a traumatic night.
that's the plot of every episode of House. The free Watsons assume that one of their assumptions is correct, and then go down the wrong paths because they made that assumption going into the differential analysis.
I imagine by this time your Magi-Knights forms fade away and you're returned to your student personas.
I don't have time to do one more thing.
You could probably have been doing something real quick while that was going on, sure. Or were you going?
I mean, I'd like to make a different medicine check, because I don't know that I believe Kat and John, but what I really want to do, or John, are you about to say it?
Go ahead.
What I really want to do is before our Magic Knight forms fade, pick up their camera and snap a picture of us.
Sure. Yeah. What? Who has the camera?
I imagine the Ghost Hunter Club,
The Ghost Hunters Club. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You could have run over, snatched up Bianca's camera because her token has one in the picture.
I was like, she better have a camera.
Okay. I would like to. Yeah, I want to assist with creativity. Like, let's make some artistic shots.
Yeah, absolutely. You can grab it and take a few pictures with it before your magic.
Yeah. So are we doing posed selfie Kia, or are we doing somebody
doing
walks
this
up and
over
was
the,
monster?
The dead people?
No,
You think they're
no.
dead.
If I have time, I would like to check to make sure they're not dead, and then do this, right?
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Make your
Or just be
medicine
like,
check.
guys, they're probably not dead. None of these people have ever been dead at the end of our battles.
Well, I'll mention what the
13.
cloaked figure said about taking the evil energy out of them, so they should
Yeah,
know
they're
that
probably
they're
just
okay.
sapped and tired.
Mhm. And yes, with your 13, they are not dead. They are unconscious.
Cool.
You can tell that they look kind of sickly. It's hard to make
Sure.
a much more of a determination beyond that with your 13, but they are breathing, they are alive, they do definitely seem drained, and they are unconscious. So at that point, yes, you can like take a bunch of selfies and like
Yeah,
stand
what do we want to
over
do?
them.
So, like,
I think
Go
if
ahead,
you can take them more like almost like cryptids kind of a thing to show that we exist and
Yeah.
that there are the right amount of us. But it's not like we just like haha robbed these unconscious
Yeah.
kids and took
think-
some things.
I think candid shots will be better PR.
yeah, I kind of also just want to
Defeated the outsider.
I want to feed the Ghost Hunter Club about like, hey, something's going on. Keep looking into it. You know.
Mhm.
And so, like, if it's possible, or maybe I could just yell out, "Hey, John, like, take a picture of me rummaging through this cloaked
Salem.
figure or something." Like,
Salem.
Salem. If the cultist is still there, if he's also gone up in smoke, then
The cultists
people.
are there. Yeah, all the people are there. It's just the monsters that have disappeared. And by the time that Melody and Kat and Aisha has returned to Kat and Salem and you, and once your forms like dissipate, you do see the Wanderer start flying over to you all, coming out from the darkness. The Wanderer says to you all, "Wow, that was an impressive battle. A little touch and go there for a moment, but good job saving your friends here. Man, they really weren't too bright coming here in the middle of the night."
They're ghost hunters. That's what they do.
I
Hunt
mean-
ghosts.
Is there still residual energy in them that needs to be pulled away, or are they okay now?
Well, there's definitely some spectral energy here for you all to drain away. Doesn't seem as much as I was expecting, to be honest. That's kind of weird, but oh well, that's okay. Pull out your gloom crystals and let's go ahead and start absorbing this. So let's get into some of that meta real quick and calculate what all you're going to be rolling.
Kat wanted to check the other cultist too at some point. See if he was.
Go ahead and roll a investigation check while I'm counting this up.
Where did you put the camera when you were done with it?
probably back in Bianca's belongings, like in her bag or in her hand, even.
Okay.
I think
So
in her
that she
hand
wakes
makes
up with,
the most
like-
sense. And she thinks she took those pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
She blacked out, didn't realize she did it.
kind of really want to do a.
Put it back wherever you got it, kind of a thing.
You can do one just for you.
Well, I was about to say, let's keep the camera, take some fun shots for us, and then return it with the film already developed, except for those shots.
Okay.
Is that doable?
No, that sounds like a lot of work.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're going to be getting. We're going to be rolling 4d8 plus 2d4 plus 3. So there are 6 dice in total that we're going to be distributing. I feel like since Aisha is the team leader, she can roll 2 dice.
Okay.
So you distribute them however you want.
I will take a D8 and a D4.
Okay. That leaves 3d8 and 1d4 left to roll. Who wants what's left?
I can take the D4.
Okay.
Take a D8.
Everyone else does a D8.
Yep, everyone else does a d8. So Los, Ash, and
5.
John, the 3 of you are going to be rolling those Ds.
Sweet.
Oh, nice melody.
Middle of the road.
Was there?
Okay. Who is proficient in mysticism?
Me.
Okay, so we got one person that's proficient mysticism, so that means you get to re-roll one of those dice if you want to.
Do it. Reroll mine.
You're 3? Yeah, I can do that.
We only have one with mysticism now.
Another
What is with this group and re-rolling and getting the same result?
That's just crazy.
It often happens.
I'm not angry. I'm just baffled at this point.
By the time this game and Aethertech are completed, I need a full compilation of every time that this has happened.
Right.
Because it'll be like a 20-minute long one.
It's not just Foundry. Roll20 and Foundry are both as bad for that.
At least it wasn't lower.
True.
Well, everybody gets a total of 27 gloom gems.
Okay.
27 bloom gems?
Yep. So you put that in your GP if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep.
I have a lot in there.
I'm back up to 71. I'm saving for something though. That's like
I had 81 to begin with, so
Jesus.
We're
I
getting
don't
there.
think I spent a lot last time.
Yeah, same. So we're adding the 27 to our collective 81, to your,
total.
not collective, but our 81.
Mhm.
Can I-
whatever your current amount is.
Yeah, because some of you
Yeah.
have spent them on gloom gems, or I mean on shards of power.
Bird.
So everyone adds the 27 to that, and while you're all doing that, I feel like this is a great place to pause and go on break. So we're going to take a quick break and be back in about 10 minutes, folks. And when we return, our Magi-Knights are going to be heading home eventually and getting ready for school the next day. So stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, our heroes have defeated some cultists and some students from Loroupian High. They've saved their friends, the Ghost Hunting Club, who are now lying unconscious. And the team decided to, snatch up their cameras and take some selfies and some pictures of the unconscious people and all of that, proving that they exist. So that happened, and after absorbing the gloom gems, Kat decided that she wanted to check out the other cultist. You rolled a 19. And basically the same thing that I described on the other one is on this guy as well. You do recognize this is the shorter of the two gym teachers from Loroupian High. He's the dude with the sandy brown hair. He also has that brand on his arm. The one that Damian found. The exact same placement and everything. Apart from that and the whistle and that sort of thing, that's really all that's on them. Go ahead.
Are we able to somehow get like a copy of the rune? Like, is there something we can write it on or take a picture?
Creativity check to sketch it.
Yeah, I would say let's take a picture with Bianca's camera, and then when Salem goes to the Ghost Hunter Club, he can maybe swipe some of the pictures.
That's
or
a little
copies.
questionable though, because I think since they are cultists at this point, are they dead or knocked out? Because
They're
normally
knocked
they're
out.
dead.
They're knocked out. They're
Oh.
unconscious.
Oh, well then, I mean, sure. I just didn't want a dead person on kids' phones or cameras, but yeah, sure.
I want all of the evidence on this camera. I want
Melody
everything
could
possible
try
to
to. Melody could try to draw it too.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Yeah, just
of
to
their
have
faces.
a backup option if we need it.
We may not have any identifying information, but if we have pictures of them, then and what they're wearing,
As you're doing this, the Wanderer has been going around from individual to individual that are unconscious and walk over, place a paw on their forehead for a moment. He seems to be checking them all out. Do you draw his attention to the brand as well?
I wanted to check really quick. Do I need to make a check to sketch it, or can I just do it?
I'm just willing to let you say you sketched it.
Okay.
Cool.
Instead, Aisha's going to ask, are we going to need to get them medical attention?
The Wanderer looks up at you and he says, well, I mean, these ones here, your friends, the ghost hunting club, they seem like they're okay. They're probably going to wake up here in a couple hours. They may be discombobulated and that sort of thing, but chances are they're just going to walk home and they'll forget pretty much everything that happened. As far as these others, the kids from the other high school, Loroupian High, they're looking really weak.
Should we call 911 when we get out of here and say we saw some people going into the cemetery or something?
Absolutely.
I think that would definitely be best. They could use some medical attention.
Once we get out of here.
I'm feeling a little bit of their life force, and they've been drained. This is not just like some kind of quick drain either. This is long-term exposure.
Over time.
Their energy has been drawn out of them.
Head coach isn't here, is he?
Do
No.
I recognize the second cultist as the head coach from that night?
I've already said it's the two sub coaches.
The two
junior
others.
Coaches, yeah.
Two sub coaches. Okay.
Or
That
what
actually
are they,
makes a
junior
lot of
coaches,
sense.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call the
Assistant?
lower ones. Assistant coach. Thank you.
Assistants?
Yeah,
Yes.
assistant coaches.
Assistant coach.
I don't think that clears the head coach. If anything, I think it might even implicate him more. The fact that he's not here.
Considering
'cause
the
he's
fact
running those-
that even after we knocked out both cultists, the students kept fighting mindless. I'd say he was the one behind that.
Should we do
I
a
mean,
round around this cemetery, make sure there's nothing else around? Some crystals, something?
Well,
We've seen sorry.
considering our forms have dematerialized, I think we've dealt with everything that's immediately here. But I think we're going to have to go to the high school next
I
patrol.
think priority right now is getting the ghost hunting club out of here, probably to their car, and call an ambulance.
Maybe we should tie up these cultists and let the police deal with them.
Will they wake up anytime soon?
The Wanderer flies over to the cultist and places a paw on their forehead. No, they're going to be out for probably a good 24 hours at the least.
Well,
At
that's
the
good.
sale of slowly slipping on the brass knuckles and then slipping them back off. Okay, all right.
We've seen no
what-
evidence that taking out cultists and monsters snaps hordes out of their reverie, right? To my knowledge, anytime that, or we've just taken out the hordes every time. So I don't think it's safe to assume that just because we took out both cultists, that there was another one controlling them. It's very possible that they were just still under the effects of a spell that doesn't.
It's
dissipate when the
possible,
person
but
goes
I
down.
do think
Yeah.
that this absolutely aligns with the head coach being tied to it. You saw his behavior before. and with everything
I
like
don't think
this-
he's cleared.
He's
all.
absolutely not. But
Wanderer?
Yeah, go ahead. Kat.
I was just gonna say, Wanderer. Do usually the cultists, the people that the hordes, the kids would come out of it after, when the cultists are down, or would they still attack? Is this unusual?
Well, it usually depends on the type of spell that was cast on them. From long-term exposure like they have, it seems like whoever was controlling the spell would have been taken out, it would have affected them somehow. Remember when remember when you all defeated that chef back in the restaurant? Once that thing was destroyed, the people connected to him all went unconscious.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about that. What with the explosion?
Well, that's a good point. That's definitely makes it a little more challenging to tell. But no, definitely. If you find the source of the corruption and burn it out, the corruption goes along with it.
That makes
Or
sense.
At least for the minions going down. Now, I mean,
So there's still more.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense anyway that it was just the two sub coaches doing all this.
The head coach was the biggest instigator from the sounds of it. Unless he was being manipulated by someone else or something else.
But we can talk about this in the morning. We should.
Before we run out, I would like to call the Wanderer's attention to the brand and ask if he knows anything about it.
You call him over, and the Wanderer sails over and takes a look at that and says, "Oh, well, that's never seen that before." Huh. He kind of leans down and looks at it. That's Eldritch script. That's ancient runic magic. Yes, I can read this. The rune word, is envy.
The other one was gluttony.
Yes.
I need to find out what the rings on the... I have a ring from one of the cultists from the power plant with a symbol.
Oh, you do?
This is what I...
Did you see the knife had a symbol on it too?
Yeah, it had the same symbol as the ring did.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that out to show the Wanderer as well.
the knife and the ring.
Kat, how do you show the Wanderer the ring? Like, is it on your finger?
No, I put it in a pocket or something, so I would take it out.
Okay.
And just hold it.
You take it out and hold it, and he looks at that one and he says, "Oh my, this is Eldritch script as well. That rune is greed."
Okay. How many do you know how many outsiders there are? Are there like 8 deadly outsiders or something? Or 7 deadly outsiders? 7 deadly sins.
Well, I mean...
Or is there no way of knowing?
There's no way of knowing. They come from a completely different dimension. And there could be infinite numbers of them, for all I know.
Absolutely. And it's possible, I mean... as from my last research, these things have been around for a long time. So, I mean, it would. I mean, I hope it's not too far-fetched to say that it's possible that maybe they influenced something more biblical. So, the 7 deadly sins could be based off of these beings, not the other way around.
A quick metagame. Somebody mentioned the gluttony rune. That was a rune that we found on the chef.
I don't know if there was a rune, but there was something about gluttony and those people eating like crazy.
It just had a vibe. Just gluttony was a vibe of that restaurant.
I don't know if there was a rune or not.
No definitive proof, but...
Was it on the knife of the guy that tried to stab me after the battle was over?
Might have been. I don't know.
I'm struggling to remember a rune of gluttony.
We didn't
so far
know
we've
or
seen
look for that.
We didn't have any other runes. We just are making an informed opinion.
Um,
Okay.
Let's see. My notes just say Melody, Damian, and David can feel an energy, and they say gluttony. The more they eat, the more energy they lose.
Okay. I mean, that's a bigger piece of the puzzle than we had before. You know, that's 2 out of 7 sins, right? So, like, now we have
3.
something going on.
2.5.
Maybe 3, yeah. Maybe 3.
I mean, that's a huge thing because now we can actually start seeing strings and figure out something about them a little bit.
Definitely. But we should
We should get out of here.
get out of here. Call the cops.
It's
Get
late.
them.
Rest.
So do we? How many ghost hunters can we carry them? How do we get them over the fence?
I think we
Are
should
we
just
worried about that?
leave them here and let
Yeah.
the paramedics deal with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so just get
And we
out
should
of
all-
here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take.
Don't forget the blanket.
The camera, instead of leaving the camera in Bianca's hands in case officials get here before she wakes up, I'm gonna hide it at like the very bottom of her bag. Whatever, assuming she brought a bag in, I'm gonna try to like tuck it and hide it so that somebody would really have to know where to look for it to find it.
Actually, I think that's a good idea. However, I could always take it and just either sneak it in to her next time at the club meeting, or give them a little bit more proof, a little bit more string to go off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Y'all were asleep. Like, I found your camera. We got there. Y'all were knocked out. And I took these pictures. I don't know. Like, do you want to check them out? Also, here's your camera back.
Maybe we
like
shouldn't
that.
say we even saw them because they're gonna.
Yeah,
possibly-
we'll talk about that. We can figure details.
Really, with
All right. Cool.
questions.
Yeah, here, Salem, you take the camera. As
Her
soon as
camera just magically appears wherever she's having her meeting.
Oh no.
Just slip it into her bag when she's not looking. I love it. It's great.
Well, let's get out of here and find a phone.
It's
Because
late.
cell phones don't exist.
Yeah, cell phones don't exist. That is true. I am going to clear up a couple things. So the brand that was on the cultists here, that's the one that stands for envy. Right? The one that's on the ring that you all found, that rune stands for greed. Okay? So I just want to make sure, because I said the word avarice. Avarice is the one for greed. So that's what I was referring to, that one. So it's avarice is the rune that's on the ring. So clear on that. The 5 of you start making your way out from the cemetery, heading back towards Damian's car. It will take you a few minutes to climb over the fence. I'm not going to make you do any rolls for this at this point, because...
You sure you don't want to make Aisha roll again?
I mean, it's tempting. It's really, really tempting. But let's just say that it takes a little bit, and there's a lot of arguing that goes on as you eventually make your way over the fence. After a few minutes of driving, you do find a payphone that you can go and call the cops and say that you saw some people sneaking into the cemetery, and you think there's like a kegger or something going on, which is a good way to get the cops out there.
Totally.
Did you end up taking the camera, or did you leave the camera?
Salem's got it, yes.
Salem took the camera. Okay. You do take the camera along with you, and you all make your way back home. Is there any discussion leading up to heading to bed for the evening? Is there anything more you want to talk about before you get your long rest? Okay.
I'm just going to drop everyone off at home and get home last.
Perfect.
We could talk in the car, but I don't know how far away of a drive it is to the closest person. I don't think it's very far.
I'm just
like,
beelining it.
Yeah, it's
Getting
just
everybody
a
home.
round trip going around Loroupian City. I imagine the conversation is a little more muted, talking about what these things could mean, what's the connection between these various sins that you're seeming to uncover, and what relationship there is to these different cults and the creatures they're summoning. But
I'm more being like, did you see Kat? Did you see what she did? That was incredible.
That's fair.
Aisha would be gassing everyone up a lot too. Also, point of order. She would take the bloody blanket and give you a new car blanket.
I appreciate that.
Well, at the end of a sleep phase, you all gain the following things. You recover hit points equal to half your total HP rounded down, plus your Constitution modifier multiplied by your Magi-Knight level. Okay? So that's the first thing you get. The second
A lot
thing,
of math.
Yeah, a lot of math. But I'll repeat it one more time. Half of your total HP rounded down, plus your con modifier. You all regain all of your magic points back. You reduce your stress points by 3. You reduce your exhaustion points by 1. And you remove your crystalline fractures equal to 2 plus half your reputation level rounded down. So just 2. But that means
What was student HP?
student
Does that also
HP actually just tends to revert automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll heal that completely.
Can I flavor very briefly my student tactic, playful banter, to reduce everybody's stress point by 1 in the car on the drive home?
Absolutely.
By gassing up Kat and being like, "Do you see how she whipped him around with her whips? Literally." Cool.
And I feel like
So
everyone
if you have-
says
Ribbon
in
whips.
unison, whip it good.
Yeah. Thank you. Nicely done. Appreciate that.
Okay. With that, you eventually all drift off to sleep. Which means you wake up bright and early the next day. And it is, in fact, Wednesday, September the 4th, 1996. A great time to be alive. At least for most people. You guys, I don't know. Might be a little rough. But we'll see. But at the start of each day, I have the leader of the group make 2 rolls for me. The first one is going to be the weather of the day. So roll for me a D100.
Okay. That's a 33.
33. So, the weather for today is normal for September, which means it's slightly cool. There is no precipitation and the wind is light. So there's not a whole lot of clouds hanging over the sky. It's a little chilly. There's a tiny amount of wind, but overall, not bad for the day. So that's pretty good. Next thing I'm going to find out is what sort of day you're going to be having. Let's see here. Where did I put that? Yeah, I'll just grab it from my handy dandy book. I believe it is a D12. So roll for me a D12 real quick.
Boom. That's a 2.
Ooh, that's a 2. Interesting.
Uh-oh. Interesting is never a good sign.
I disagree. I love interesting stories.
Might be a test day.
I'm trying to find the real quick.
Ay. Where is the school day?
There it is. Okay. So you rolled a 2. Okay. Good to know.
Mm-mm.
You all get up, get dressed, and make your way to school for the day. You arrive about the time the school bell rings, which we're going to go right there. The school is bustling as you all arrive. There's a lot of chatter going on from the student body as a whole. You make your way to your lockers, you gather up your things. You know that today, Wednesday, is a B day. So your first class is going to be history. You would also know that based on the day of the week, today is the 4th. That means that there are 3 things going on, 3 different clubs. There's dance practice, there's the art club, and there's the newspaper club. So those are the clubs for today. Your first class is, like I said, is going to be history, and that's with Mr. Tomas Rothen. Now, Mr. Rothen is a short man with big old mutton chops on the side of his head. He's kind of graying. He's got a kind of brownish gray hair. And as you all file in, he calls out, "Now, everybody sit down and get right into it. We got a regular day here today, so get your books out and let's begin." So I'm going to need from all of you either an academic arts or a leadership check.
Range.
Free.
I am filled with history right now. I see everything.
Okay. Let's start off with our fearless leader, Aisha. What'd you roll?
23.
23. That is a success. Damian.
24.
24. Also a success. Melody.
6, which was a nat 1.
Ouch. Yeah, that is 2 failures, unfortunately. Salem.
I got a nat 20 for 25.
Nice. That is 2 successes. Kat.
13.
13 is a success. So everybody but Melody is doing a pretty good job here in your first class of the day. Mr. Rothen has to come up and snap his fingers in front of your face, Melody, at one point, and is like, "Miss Mabbitt, I need you to be paying attention. This is not going to go well for your grades if you keep this up."
And just say, "Yes, sir."
Kind of scowl at him a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, that's it for your first class of the day. Second is science. Science is with Mr. Cameron Hawthorne, a short man with blue-black hair. He typically wears tweed, and he talks in a little bit of a steady voice. And now, come on in and sit down. We're going to begin right away. This is going to be either a medicine or a STEM check.
I'm going to use my bond ability.
Okay.
What do we need to pass again?
You don't know yet, but you know at least
Oh,
a 13
great.
succeeds.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
A 13.
13 does succeed. That is Melody's. Salem, what's yours?
21.
21's a success. Katrina.
I got a 13 again.
13's also a success. Aisha.
20 total.
20 total. Success. Damian.
18.
18. Another success. Maybe Mr. Rothen yelling at you in class, Melody, helped push you along and made you focus this time around. That's good.
You looked at your "What Would My Brother Do" bracelet.
Yeah.
There
Exactly.
you go. Third period is foreign language, which is whatever you want it to be. It doesn't really matter too much. You get to roll either an academic arts or an insight, and when I go around the table to you, I want you to tell me what language you're taking, and then what your roll is. So everyone go ahead and make for me either an academic arts or an insight check.
What is using the connection thing? How does that work again?
You get one per individual with enough ranks in it. It gives you a D4.
Okay, she will use her D4.
Okay.
Nope.
Oof. Okay. Damian, what did you get?
8.
8. That is a failure. Melody.
I got a 7.
7 is also a failure. Ouch. Salem.
15.
15. Success. Ket.
11.
11 is a failure. Aisha.
6 in Spanish.
Failure. Yeah, I forgot to ask what everyone was
French.
doing.
Oh.
Finished.
Okay. So that is the end of the first part of the day. Let's go ahead and total up those successes and failures. Salem, what do you got total?
This is the best I've ever done. I got a +4.
+4. You are student of the hour. You know you're good, but you're not usually this good. You've seriously impressed a friend or a rival, so you get to gain 1 social point with any NPC and gain an inspiration point, or remove 3 stress.
I will take that inspiration.
Absolutely.
And then I think I actually had one of them on there. Different science teacher, but I had the science teacher as one of my people for that, so I will go ahead and give them a social point.
Absolutely.
Suck up.
Kat, what did you get?
1 success.
1 success total. Keep up that positive attitude. You're doing okay, but things could be better. So no change for you. Aisha.
Also 1 success total.
Okay, so keep up that positive attitude as well. Damian.
1.
1 as well. So you're also keeping up that positive attitude. Melody.
2 failures.
-2. It is just one of those days. You're going to go ahead and gain 2 stress points.
Okay.
Keep in mind that does affect your soft skills. So wisdom, intelligence, and charisma, you're going to have to roll that d6 before you make those skill checks.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Yeah.
in any of those classes, would a member of the Ghost Hunter Club have been present normally? And follow-up question to that, if so, were they there today?
Well, the answer to the first question is probably. You probably have a class with the Ghost Hunting Club kids. The answer to your second question is make a perception check.
That's fair. Natural 20 for a 21 total.
You are sure without a shadow of a doubt that all 5 of the Ghost Hunting Club kids are absent from school today. Their chairs are empty. You have at least 1 class with every single one of them. Some of them doubling up. It's not too important where they are, but they have all been absent today. With that in mind, it is the end of your first part of the day, which means that it is lunchtime.
Ding dong, bing bong.
I would go into lunch, but I just looked at the time and I realized we're 8 minutes to 9, so I feel like this is an excellent place to end things for this evening. We'll start things up here in 2 weeks with lunchtime, and I will let you know, Melody, that as you're stepping out of your last class of the day, you're kind of surprised to see James Ronan leaning against a wall opposite the door to your classroom. His hands are in his pockets, his head's kind of down, but as you step through the doorway and your eyes catch his, he nods at you, and he gives you one of those nods like, come here.
Okay, I'll follow.
Well, and that's where we're going to end things for this week. So we're going to find out what happens during lunch here in 2 weeks. Should be a lot of fun. Well done, everybody. You survived your latest battle, and you got some really interesting information here. We'll find out what that brings about here pretty soon as well. I just want to say before we get into anything else, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in 2 weeks to find out what our heroes get up to in their investigation of this cult. Now, as always, we go around the table and have everyone tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Hana, since you're the one who did the recap, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Hi, I was your Aisha or Starseeker for the night. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Destiny Trio Inc. INC, that is, at the end. You can find me here every 2 weeks. On Sunday the 14th, you can find me over on Singularity Roleplay, where I'll be playing the exact opposite of Aisha, my trans hacker girl. I'm actually kind of doing a similar recap thing over there. It's called A Monologue in City of Mist, and spoiler, she's going to be bitching about her brother for most of it. And then, fun extra, I'm doing a one-shot this month over on Lost Caravan, where I'm going to be playing a TTRPG that I've wanted to play for a very long time, Fabula Ultima. I'm going to be playing a rogue gunslinger in that game, little one-shot. I think we're going to be on a airship or something. It's going to be a fun time, so check that out. And that is all. And everyone, you did great today. Oh, no,
I
man.
think you're muted.
Muted.
All right, muted. Thank you. Okay, Los, why don't you go next?
I'm Los. I played Damian, Nova Seeker. A lot of fun. I'm in school full time and a single parent, and wish that I had more motivation to invest into streaming, but I just don't. You can find me on social networks at PDX Homebrew. Maybe that'll change someday in the future, but for now, you'll find me here Wednesday night, every other Wednesday night.
Right on. Kira, you're next.
Okay, I'm Kira. I'm the assistant creator of Magi-Knights Awakening, and you can find the link to our PDF on Drive-Thru-RPG, which you can find on our website, magi-knights.com. That's also where you can find all of our social media accounts. And then I'm also the I'm the author of the children's book, My Dad the Game Master. Oh, I didn't see you were sharing your books too. That's awesome. Thank you.
John, you're next.
I'm John. You can find me actually here on every other Monday as well as Wednesdays. On Mondays, I'm in the Aether Tech Wars, where I play Draven, grave digging champion, and I love him. He's a little cinnamon roll. And then let's see, where else can you find me? Oh, Instagram, Creative Panda 88, or at Blue Sky at John Poe Art, and all the additives.
Right on. Ash, you're next.
I'm Ashleyien. I played Katrina, aka Sky Seeker, and you can find me here every 2 weeks.
Random Rhapsody exclusive over here. Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the network. You can always find me every Monday and Wednesday running crazy games, doing crazy stories, and having a lot of fun with it. Other than that, this month you can find me over on All on the Table, TTRPG. You'll find me there on, I'm blanking on the day, the 13th. So that's going to be a blast. Definitely check me out on that. That's kind of it this month. I actually am doing a lot of side projects in the background. So you'll just find me here mostly on my own network, which is always a blast for me. Well, on behalf of everyone here in the Magi-Knights and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may your dreams be infinite. And good night.
Nighty night.
Bye.